Hey guys, Hyped here. Today I'll be going over a mid-range hunter build. I've been using this a lot in tournaments, and I tweaked a little bit and used it for the majority of my legend ladder climb this season as well. Use it for ranks 3, 2, and the majority of 1 to get legend this season. So it's based on the old deck that Wreckful used to use, and then reynad used a DreamHack, but I made some changes to help it with ladder a little bit. So you may have noticed I took out the Stranglethorn Tigers. I found they're a little bit too slow. They were good for just a guaranteed 5 damage, but you had to invest the full 5 mana in them, which is pretty expensive. Often you'd lose a hero power, so they'd only be netting you 3 damage. With Houndmaster, 2 vulnerable to Black Knight because it's on turn 6. It comes out of stealth on turn 6, and also Big Game Hunter. So what I did is I put Muckle in. This gives you some early game presence, and it really, if you can drop it on turn 3, oftentimes, this is where the name of the deck comes from, Frozen Bananas, because you freeze and trap on turn 2, and then you turn 3 Muckle, and it's really hard for them to deal with it. Also, when you're sort of chaining beasts at the end of the game with Buzzard, you'd really rather drop a Mucklet for 3 mana than a Stranglethorn for 5, especially because when you're filling the board with like River Crocs and Animal Companions, sometimes it just gets AoE down, but if you throw down a Mucklet for only 3 mana, you get this creature that all of a sudden they can't just AoE down your board. They have to deal with the Mucklet first, commit some mana to that. Oftentimes more than 3 mana, they have to spend to deal with it. So that's where Mucklet comes in. With the big, also the freezing trap synergy comes in because they usually often put bananas on something, try to attack, and then it gets freezing trapped. Any other changes? Let's see. 2 bows, no deadly shot. I don't like deadly shot. I prefer freezing trap. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Oh, Leroy. So instead of the 2 tigers, I have a Leroy and a Mucklet to put the damage more up front and give you a little bit more reach. But just to go over the deck, Hunter's Mark kills big guys. Flare, only 1 mana to cycle, and it helps you in the mirror matchup. So every once in a while you can pop a Gadgetzan out of stealth and kill it efficiently with Hunter's Mark and say a Boar. That's where the Boar comes in. This guy's mostly used just with Hunter's Mark, and you often don't even want to use him without having the Buzzard down to get the card back, because you'll find that he's a very low card quality card. So if you use him, if you just throw him out there, you're gonna all of a sudden your hand's gonna be empty. Freezing Trap, this is huge. This helps you get tempo. I love playing this just on turn 2, just empty, just to set up for your Animal Companion and your King Muckla. As long as they don't have like a Sousy deckhand or something to pop it, then it's great. River Croc is a little weak, but it's something to put down early, because the way this deck works is you really need to build a board so you can get Houndmaster and stuff. So put the River Croc down, they remove it. Put the Animal Companion down, maybe they remove it, but then you put like your Oasis Snapjaw, your Muckla, or another Animal Companion, maybe it sticks and you can Houndmaster it. Buzzard, pretty much exclusively used with Unleash. Every once in a while you could do like a Buzzard Boar or something if you're really desperate. Or actually towards the end of the game when you have like a full 10 mana, you could start doing something like Buzzard, Croc, Animal Companion, Muckla, stuff like that. Bow, this helps you get control early with the Freezing Trap, get a ton of free damage in basically. Also, it helps you clean up when you lay a freezing trap and they have 2 minions. You can bow 1 down so the other one gets freezing trapped. Animal Companion, this card is great because this deck really struggles. I mean, it really needs minions on board to build them up and to buff them up with Houndmaster, and it's really hard. So this is, with Animal Companion and King Muckla, you have these sort of over-budgeted 3 mana minions. It's not quite as good as like innervating out a Yeti, but it's as close as you're going to get. Kill Command gives you the reach you need. Sometimes I don't like using it on minions, but sometimes you have to, and it's not bad to use on a Yeti. Yeti costs 4 mana, this costs 3. Some other things cost 5 mana, you can, or have 5 health, you can kill. Unleash the Hounds, just use with Buzzard. This deck doesn't have that much damage, like there's no Timberwolf or Direwolf, so you don't really get that much damage out of Unleash really. But you can still Leroy Unleash with Buzzard for more draw. Every once in a while, too, you can get a kill with Leroy Unleash. Muckla, star this deck, just get them down early if you can on an empty board. Ideally you want to play this guy so they can't immediately use the bananas. So they'll have the bananas, but they can't put them on the board immediately, is the best way to use them. Houndmaster, this guy's great, just be careful for Big Game Hunter and Black Knight. So the only cards that get Big Game Hunter is Muckla and Savannah. Everything else will stay out of Big Game Hunter range, but you have to watch out for the Black Knight. So oftentimes Houndmaster on a Boar, not a bad play if you need damage. Leroy just gives you more reach. And and Snapjaw. This guy's great. No one's running Kodo right now, so you don't have to worry about that. And he's a great Houndmaster target. Usually I just like to... Yeah, he's like one of the best Houndmaster targets. He kills a Drake very easily with Houndmaster, or you could just leave him at the 9 health. And then there's Savannah. This is the top end of the deck. So it's a mid-range deck because it doesn't have things like Rag or anything like that. So this is the end. This is your biggest guy, and he's actually kind of hard to get down. You want to play him ASAP, like right on 6, coin him out at 5. So that means you have to plan ahead, maybe have a bow on, maybe have some guys on board to help clean up whatever they lay, so you can just get the Savannah down on 6 no matter what. So yeah, that's the deck. I'll head into some games now.